History tells us that in 1492, the world changed forever when three small ships from Spain reached the Americas. But history is often written by those who arrive late. 181 years before Columbus, a different empire stood on the edge of the Atlantic. Led by a king who walked away from the wealthiest throne on earth to chase an answer no one else dared to ask. Welcome to Missing Chapters. Today, we recover the story the world forgot to tell. The voyage of the emperor who gave up everything to chase the edge of the world and disappeared beyond it. In the year 1311, Mali was not just a kingdom. It was a superpower. Its gold fueled economies across North Africa and the Mediterranean. Its trade routes stretched thousands of miles across deserts, rivers, and seas. Its scholars filled the libraries of Timbuktu, while much of Europe struggled to emerge from poverty and fragmentation. At the heart of this empire ruled Mansa Abu Bakr II. While his brother, who would later become the famous Mansa Musa, looked inward, strengthening trade, law, and faith. Abu Bakr II looked west. Beyond the borders of his empire lay the Atlantic Ocean, a vast, moving horizon, a body of water that refused to explain itself. Where did it lay? Did it end? Or did it carry travelers to another world entirely? While others feared the unknown, Abu Bakr II became obsessed. And obsession, when paired with power, changes history. For centuries, scholars dismissed the idea that an African empire could have mounted a transatlantic expedition. They claimed West Africans had nothing more than canoes, unfit for the open ocean. But historical records suggest otherwise. Abu Bakr II summoned master shipbuilders from the Lake Chad region, craftsmen skilled in constructing what were known as river-ocean vessels, ships designed to survive both inland waterways and the open sea. Two 200 ships were built for the first expedition, each one accompanied by supply barges carrying food, water, and gold, enough to sustain a journey lasting 2 full years. Then the fleet sailed west. Months passed, then years. The fleet never returned, except for one ship. Its captain told the king of a terrifying sight: a river in the middle of the ocean, a powerful current that dragged ships forward with unstoppable force. One by one, the other vessels vanished into it. 199 ships swallowed by the sea.
My king, a river in the middle of the ocean swallowed all the ships.
Today, oceanographers know this was no myth. It was the Canary Current, a vast natural conveyor belt that flows from the West African coast directly toward the Caribbean. Where others saw disaster, Abu Bakr II saw something else. A highway, a path through the unknown. Rather than abandon his dream, The king made a decision no ruler before him had ever made. In 1311, Mansa Abu Bakr II abdicated the throne of Mali. He handed power to his brother, Mansa Musa, and he committed everything he had to one final journey. This time, the fleet numbered 2,000 ships. Half-carried people, half-carried provisions for years at sea. Then they sailed west. And they were never seen in Africa again. No return, no message, no grave, only silence. If they reach the Americas, where is the proof? Nearly 2 centuries later, when Christopher Columbus reached the island of Hispaniola, he recorded something strange. The local inhabitants spoke of black traders who had arrived long before the Europeans. They showed Columbus spear tips made from a gold alloy they called guanin. When samples of this metal were sent back to Spain, royal assayers were stunned. The composition, gold, silver, and copper, matched the precise ratio used in 14th century Malian gold. The evidence did not stop there. In the Mande languages of West Africa, the word for gold is kani. In the Caribbean islands Columbus encountered, the word was guanin. Coincidence? Or the linguistic footprint of a king who crossed the ocean long before history acknowledged it? Oral traditions across parts of the Americas spoke of dark-skinned visitors arriving from the sea, not as conquerors, but as settlers and traders. None of this proves the voyage beyond all doubt, but none of it fully disappeared either. Modern historians remain divided. No ship survived. No maps bearing royal seals have been found. No European witnesses recorded the journey. And so, for many, the story is dismissed. But history has a bias. It favors the written word over oral memory. It favors empires that survived over those that fell. It favors those who later held power. History does not record everything. It records what endured. When European explorers crossed the Atlantic centuries later, the narrative of first discovery became sacred. To acknowledge that African explorers may have arrived earlier would fracture that story. And so Abu Bakr II's name faded, not because it was false, but because it was inconvenient. Sometimes history does not forget. Sometimes it chooses not to remember. If Mansa Abu Bakr II reached the Americas, history never forgave him for it. Some discoveries challenge what we believe about ourselves. Some chapters are erased not by time, but by choice. This is Missing Chapters, where we uncover the stories the world forgot to tell.
Moya. Moya. Moya.